For some strange reason, apparently my OBS settings decided to say that I didn't have OBS settings. Oh, this new Windows update from just the other night. I installed it and apparently it resets like all kinds of settings frickin' everywhere. Oh my goodness. But I think I've got that all set up. I got so used to the fact that my volumes, everything were always fine. I didn't think that I had to worry about it. But no. No, that's my fault. Alright, so we are going to continue our game. I haven't played it for a little while here. So let's try to remember where we ended off there. I've been playing a lot of Dying Light over the weekend. Picked that up while it was on sale. I've been having a blast with that. I really enjoy Dead Island. So this seemed like a good choice. So I picked that up, had a lot of fun playing that, but that being the case, I have to remember how to play this. And not to mention where I'm at, but I'm sure that'll come back pretty quickly. Okay. Blackmail. And back. Okay. So what we could also do, double check into the blackmail plots. Oh, right, Lady Ashbury's being blackmailed, and we're trying to figure out why that is, and who's doing it, and all that good stuff. Alright, so there's a bunch of people in this area that could potentially find... Ooh, dead inside? Can I go in? Balls. Wear a mask and save your life. Oh, there's somebody. Okay, now I had also started playing around with trying out some new abilities. We've got Spring to immediately go onto someone. Flagration, that's the one that holds them. Shadow Mist, wait. I changed these. And I don't believe it's saved. Alright, so we've got Claws. We like healing. Healing is good. Spring. Yeah, we'll stick with Spring for now. Yeah, that's really about everything. And alright, we're good. So for example, we could go... Alright, this shotgun guy killed me last time. And then that's where we like ended the stream, I think. Who's top? Well, they're two levels higher. Alright, no problem, no problem. Or was it this guy? Or maybe neither. Oh, that jump is nice for closing in on them. Oh, I had such issues before. Running up to them, and that'd be eating shots. So that is so nice. Oh, hey, door. Maybe this is where I will find someone. Abandoned property. Oh, there's blood. Oh, there's probably a skull. Oh, wait. Yep, Blinker's skull. Right.
This is despicable.
Delicious. Ooh, level 14. I can dodge too. They're both just sitting there dodging around each other. It sounds very squishy, like someone walking in wet shoes and socks, and it's making me uncomfortable. I hate that feeling of walking with wet socks. Just this squishing between your toes. I mean, it's one thing if it's within sand or something. Well, what was that sound? There's nothing in here. What was the sound? Nothing in this room either. Stopped. Oh. Now it's back. It must be from above. Yes, it is. They're eating. Okay. No, I was hearing something. We're full on health. Don't need to worry about eating the rat. I know there are 2 skulls coming up. Anybody? Yeah, I'm actually really liking that claw's power. Oops, didn't mean to sprint. Okay. Yeah, coagulate's nice. Especially because I believe I upgraded it as well to last a little bit longer. Ooh, petition letter. Where's that petition? What is this? Oh, wait. No. No, that's... Read all these. Yours is. Unless it's just some letter to give to someone. Who knows? Be nice if pressing that button would have gone ahead and opened it. Okay. Oh, so that's why they were stopping. Because they heard me come in from right there. So that was it, eh? Oh well, let's open for a little bit more. Suppose I got items and shilling. Shouldn't be too disappointed. Alright, so I guess we are done with this house. No civilians to say it. Ooh, actually I do need this time.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
I get a decent amount of blood out of a rat. Not too shabby. Who needs to eat people when you're chewing on a rat for a little bit? Well, refill most of your blood. Alright. Finish that. Let us continue on. Huh? Ooh, what's up here? We're all... Oh, come here, rat.
I have this thirst for blood.
It's a shame that he says the same thing over and over when he's drinking from them. I'm tempted to make one of everything, but at the same time, I only have so much of certain ones of these, and I don't want to be short when I come across somebody who actually needs something. Ooh. Oh, and I can actually sleep right here too. It is a safe place.
I can't believe I'm doing.
Alright, terms of maps. You know what? I want to go up this way. Let's continue down the dead end here. Oh, it's probably locked, isn't it? No, no, it's not. Alright. Let's continue down this area. There might be something to find. As I burst my way through, there's something stopping me from going onto this wooden area here. Like they have lined... Actually, no clue what would stop me. Apparently I am unwanted there. Ooh, shillings. Okay. There's a way up there. Let's finish exploring down here first. Oh, nothing. Wait a minute. This house looks very familiar. And the fact that it's also currently pre-looted makes me believe... Oh, maybe not fully looted. The great hunt! Hail to our fallen comrades! Hail to our fallen comrades! Hail to their bravery, for we prevailed! The guard prevailed, my brothers. We hunted them down, the enemies of mankind, hidden in the dark tunnels of our modern cities. We found them in their nests and dens, and they perished. We brought the fires of battle to the blackest pits. Never had such large-scale war being engaged by mortals against immortals. Remember this victory, my brothers, for it seals and proves our methods. Never sleep, never surrender, never give up. Yes, my brothers, our method is good. And England is safer tonight thanks to you. Thanks to those of us bitten and killed by the enemy, or our trembling hand when they turned against us. Do not tremble, my brothers, do not doubt. I cry tonight for the fallen comrades. I cry for I'm an old man who finally saw my goal accomplished as I live my last years on this earth. The Guard, or Priwen, is only half a century old, and we have already accomplished much more. The traitors of St. Paul in half a millennium. This was our first great hunt. Let them leeches who survived our wrath remember we won't stop. From The Adversary, by Kendall Stone, founder of the Guard of Priwen. Ooh. Does indeed sound like quite the hunt happened. Oh my gosh, I'm so used to survivor senses and all kinds of other senses, I keep wanting to click my blood sense to possibly highlight collectibles in my general vicinity. I have to keep reminding myself that's not what this does. I can find blood, follow blood trails and heartbeats, but it will not find me shillings or various other doodads. Alright, anything else I can teleport to? No. Alright, well this way was still good to go, because I was able to grab that, which I apparently had missed the first time. Now we can continue forth. My blood is filled. Oh shit, it's closed. My pretty one Wookie. Wookie. Ooh, hello there. Can I... No, no, no! Surprise! It's me! Leave me alone! Back up to full health. No problem, right? Ooh, I haven't rummaged through the trash over here. And apparently I'm going to be using all this lovely stuff that's in the trash to help make other concoctions. I suppose it will be getting heated up, possibly all the the flu contagions that are around the place burnt. Sanitized, as it were. Oh my goodness. One of these days. Apparently I've rummaged through some of these buildings before, and yet I have missed occasional items. Alright. So now we can continue forth. Yes, I know, I can tell. Oh, hello there. Oh, I teleported beside him. Oh, that stamina upgrade was worth it so much. Being able to just do a nice flurry of attacks like that. Oh, I love it. Ooh.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night.
Let's see. This is quite the large area here. I can either continue forward towards Whitechapel there, or I could take a... Yeah, let's continue towards our quest.
The gods prove more and more every year.
Or we'll find these other areas to see now. Oh, that really didn't actually do much damage. Ooh, Roger the Wall is a named guy. Oh my gosh, leave me alone! Fuck this sword. Okay, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you, buddy. It's like just on my ass and won't get away. Can I jump him? Oh, I can't just jump him. Alright, buddy. Oh, I didn't dodge fast enough. Once again. Oh, he can... Okay. Thinking I might just upgrade my bite damage app. Whoops, wrong button. Aha! No problem. Okay, I have reached Whitechapel. Of course I've... Or at least I'm almost to my area here. 20 meters. Open the grates, and in we go.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Petrescu! Where are you? Alright. We're going to be running down these dark alleys. Oh, Benjamin. That sounds like an Albert. That would sound like people to talk to. Oh, they're arguing. Might be another stabbing. Oh shit! Oh shit!
I won't end up another drunk arse on the streets. Not me.
Either he's a very, very poor shot.
Are you all right?
The
Or is
bastard in the wall
invincible?
next to me.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
Medication and drugs are a rare commodity in East London. So you picked an easy target, didn't you?
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
This guy. So mad.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
I found the recruiter you were expecting. He's dead, but he carried a note. The Wet Boot Boys have accepted your application.
I knew it! I told you I was tough enough. I'll be free soon.
Let's see, he's rather full of himself, so the risks he's just going to go like, whatever, man. This is no freedom. You are so gullible. Yeah. He'll tell me sawed off with that one as well. We'll see if we can convince him.
You may soon find out that you have simply traded one set of shackles for another.
You're all fancy words, none of which concern me. Go worry about someone else. I'm fine and I've a future here.
Aha! Investigation succeeded.
Goodbye, young man.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets.
You'll understand. You've wasted.
Alright,
What?
this guy.
Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm
He's
Dr.
acting all
Reed,
surprised.
and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. And now I'm just Ben the Trap.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
So he tried to shoot his son. Over those
Do you know
pills.
Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy he just frayed me last nerve.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar, a coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
Gotta get him all hammered out of his mind on drugs and point him at the enemy and go!
It's a pity that doctors still practice such barbaric methods. It's a dishonor to our profession.
Now only the pills stop me thinking about this shit. To not hear the explosions. I'm even scared of the dark these days.
New hint. Corvette. Ooh, nice. I just need one last hint for him. He's done. Oh, wait a minute. So treatment for migraine, eh?
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Now, I could... Actually, let's see if I can talk to this guy
How
about
are
his
you,
dad.
boy?
I'm not your boy.
Ah, that didn't open up anything for him.
Goodbye, young man.
I won't end up another drunk ass.
Okay, so there's a hideout right up over here.
I'll litter in the streets. Not me.
And I could probably go make some migraine medicine for him. Ooh, new person. You're rather dressed up considering the amount of
Good
people
evening.
rummaging through
Good evening,
trash.
sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Well, she's not even turned off by that. I've got miracle cure. Well, I'm a doctor. Oh, pleasure, pleasure.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
What are you offering?
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Oh gosh, I can't talk to her about anything,
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
eh? Miracle cure indeed. We've got opium for everyone. Okay, so she's got some of everything that I need. Not bad. Decent prices as well. I'll have to remember
The
this.
Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
Understand? You've wasted your life away.
Okay,
Its
that's him.
effectiveness has been proven by many.
Trash can! That'll be all kinds of good stuff.
Working nearby.
Good evening, sir. Do you remember me?
If you're here for a reward, you'll be sorely disappointed. But I'll gladly shake the hand of a fellow countryman.
I'm not here for a bounty. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed from the Pembroke.
A doctor? In Whitechapel? What an opportunity. My name's Bates. Cadogan Bates.
Do you require assistance, Mr. Bates?
Not me, but your skills could help a lot of people round here. That would help my business, because I say, a live tenant's a paying tenant.
Fair enough.
It's unusual to see someone so happy around here, especially considering the current situation.
Why should I be sad now? There've always been wars, disease, tragedy. There always will be.
That's an unusual way of seeing things in these trying times.
I don't see why I should shed a tear for another man's woes. I'm healthy, and I intend to stay so.
What is your business, exactly?
I offer fair lodgings for a modest price to the poor and weary of Whitechapel.
I see. And what about those who cannot pay?
Well, deals can be done, if you know what I mean. Money's not the only currency. After all, I'm not immune to a pretty face.
Oh gosh. Yeah, this place I'm going to need to heal a lot of people.
In other words, you take advantage of these poor lost souls.
Begging your pardon, I thought you was a man who could appreciate the complexity of the modern world. Things ain't just black and white, you know.
What help could I possibly be to your business?
That's simple. I already get good money from all those fleeing the war. Can you imagine what they'd be willing to pay if I could offer medical assistance too?
Mr. Bates, do not make me regret saving your life in this quarantine zone.
I understand, Dr. Reed, you're from a good family. Don't want to get your hands dirty. That's fine. I'll be happy to act as your middleman.
I don't want to outright call him despicable, but I do have interest in money. I don't want such a dubious
If I were
associate.
entering into the world of street medicine, it would be on my terms and without such dubious associates as yourself, Mr. Bates.
So it's a no then. That's too bad. The Reed tonic could have really helped people, you know, save lives. Isn't that what you do? I mean, people buy that Swanborough shit.
Yeah, but she actually seems to have real medicine.
Tell me, what's your honest opinion of the increasing violence in London?
People are just beginning to discover what we've always known. This city's rotten to the core. They just took their bloody time to wake up and notice it.
What do you mean?
People are acting like the violence is news. But it's always been savage down here. It just bubbles to the surface every now and again.
You seem to have recovered well since your attack. Do you ever think about what happened to you?
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare. Savages. Absolute bloody savages. Their appearance. Jesus. It made me want to puke.
You'd better not come back here. I won't be around next time to save you. I'm looking for Dorothy Crane. She's a nurse. What can you tell me about her?
Dorothy Crane. Bless her soul. I really should thank her someday.
Has she treated you?
No. When I need a checkup, I'd go to a bloody doctor, not some back alley clinic full of sick foreigners.
Tell me truthfully, why are you so thankful?
By keeping my tenants alive, she's making me a rich man. Every month they live, it's more coin in my pocket.
Yeah, this guy.
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
Alright, well, we've got more. Ooh. Ooh, I apparently missed out. Looks like up here, I believe. Nope. This way. Aha! Dead inside. With a bloody hand. You've got this. Alright, so it's serious out here. I need to. Oh, hello. Cigarette case, a ring. Ooh. I am finding all kinds of good stuff. Did I see something else? I did! Doing. Okay, then that was just the lamp I saw otherwise. Not bad. Then up here, and where regular folk cannot get to. Hideout unlocked. Let's go. A large box of pills. I love finding random pills. Oh, that's probably so I can get out from over there. Well, there's a couple different exits then. Okay, so what do I need to go create? Let's see, I need a treatment for cold, migraine, and fatigue. I don't have anything for migraine, or I haven't learned that yet. I do have something for cold and fatigue. We'll help this quadrant get a little better. Oh, hello. Whoa there, buddy. For a moment there, I wasn't 100% sure that he was dead. Hey, Zatran, how's it going? New collectible. Blood as addiction. Vampires drink blood. This may be their most specific trait, the sinister peculiarity of their condition, if I may say so. But for me, this is not the most important characteristic of their diet. What has always fascinated me since I started to study them, the imperative need for blood they seem to endure. They want it more than anything, and this desire can drive them to expose themselves. And when they drink it, they seem to feel some sort of short trance. An ecstatic epiphany said to me once, Volkold, I interviewed in Moscow. I'm convinced that this is an essential element to understand the nature and condition of the vampires. They don't drink blood because it sustains them, but that it offers them ecstasy. Vampires are addicted to blood, all of them. It is part of their nature, and those among the immortals who refuse to submit to their appetite by the strength of their will only are never freed from this addiction. From Unveiling the Night by Usher Tultry, Primate of St. Paul. That's rather interesting. It was not just a deep-seated thirst for blood, as much as is that they want it in their bodies. How are you doing today, Zatran? I've noticed that you've been being quite fearful of the forest. I did enjoy watching you just randomly start flailing about like mad, trying to whack them away from you. Okay, we can drop down. Where are we at? On that side. Oh, that's on the side that I really wanted.
I cannot enter.
Of course I can. Bad guys. No. Oh, it's put me back over here. Ah, well that's okay because I might see the garbage rummager over here. Heard something. That might have been a bad guy. Alright, buddy.
How are you, boy?
Treatment for fatigue.
Do you need assistance?
Please. Feeling tired these days.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
Goodbye, young man.
I don't know anything about migraines, unfortunately. I won't be able to help him. And as annoying as Mr. Bates is, I do have something for him. I could drop down. I don't think I want to. Let's go find the Bates. There's the lady. Ah, there he is. Excellent. Give him his cold, so this way this ward isn't
Mr. Bates.
too much gone to shit.
Doctor.
Evening, doctor!
Since I took an oath to help people, can I be of assistance?
Well, seen better days, that's for sure. But it was bound to happen with all these refugees about.
Infecting you is probably the last thing on these people's minds. Take this in any case.
What? You give me this for free? don't have a clue about this place, do you?
Goodbye,
Yeah, against
Mr.
my better
Bates.
judgment.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now, goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really... I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir.
Unfortunately, cut myself off. Let's see.
Mr. Bates.
Evening.
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
And I need to investigate his actions. Way up.
It's
there.
locked.
Ooh, springs. This is starting to go farther away from where I want to be. Let's go around the other side. What? I can't open it? And I can't fail it. Right. It's not that I'm teleporting. It specifically said that I'm just moving so fast. Ooh. But it appears as if I'm teleporting. Oh, okay.
Joke to you, innit? Stupid drugs for the sick and suffering.
Teleport up here at all? Nope.
See if this Christina is still working.
Interesting. It does say there's a way to get in. This one's locked.
I cannot enter.
Yet I cannot jump up either. Well, let's try going down. Who knows, maybe there'll be a large roundabout way. Oh, hello. I see my blood going up as I'm hitting. Is that part of this? Took increased damage dealt. Not that it absorbs blood points. Yet I'm getting blood as I'm hitting with it. I'm okay with that. I'll let it slide. What it is?
Oh my god!
Oh, he burnt me. Alright, the first... Oh my god, this guy. These guys are so annoying. I always just sit there, always on my butt. Never letting up.
It's locked.
Of course it's locked. Why wouldn't it be? Well, that pathway is locked. There's the sound of a train. Ooh, other garbage. Yeah, sure, let's go down this way. Maybe we'll find more friends. Friends, hello? Oh, just a scald. Oh, hello, friend. No? Hello, friend. I wanted friends. Ooh, nice dodge. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Alright. Bill. Finish him off. Ooh. Yeah, as I'm hitting him, I'm regaining his blood. Alright, well, whatever. Executioners. Probably up that way. A lot of boxes of pills just lying around. Interesting. Okay, not much in this area. And that's that. I'm trying to figure out this guy's actions.
I cannot enter.
Cannot open this gate. There's no place for me to teleport jump. Specifically has this circle area.
No one's there.
He didn't want to tell me anything. We've got this gate right here that I can't even interact with. But it looks like there's an entryway.
Good evening, my dear.
Yeah, nobody's
Goodbye,
talking
Miss
to me.
Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
About this guy. So, unless I'm supposed to maybe look inside a window? No? I'm just downright confused. Can't use my sword or any abilities.
Who distribute flowers at this hour of night?
What in the world?
I will return later. It's locked.
Last time he eavesdrops. Oh, you're right. Use your blood sense. Last time he eavesdropped on someone, think you used your blood sense to find spot where you from. You are totally right. In fact, right by that one gate over here, there was somebody that I could see. She's rather bloody.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be from Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
Rigo-san, thank you very
Must talk to that
much.
Journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the
I
church they just met.
Completely forgot about that. I've used it once this game, and even then I didn't quite fully understand how it worked. But look at that, that got more people
Joe,
out.
please, I don't have your money.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right?
It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another.
Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake.
I'd prefer not to give you another beating, Barrett.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
See the
Doctor,
other guy.
I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
This guy.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Extra money, you said?
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
I don't think they were men.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Alright, so I mean, it's not seeming as bad for her then, if she's out here just helping everyone for free. Explains why she's a pillar of the community.
Right then. Show me
What
what
you
you
got?
have.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Handles. I need handles for weapon upgrades. But I'm not sure exactly what it is that I need right now.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
May I ask what you do around here?
I'll do whatever I want.
Alright,
and
we'll see you
sometimes
later,
even
Rugabasan.
more.
Enjoy.
Now, sod off.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle.
More Wet Boot
for their
Boys.
dirty work.
You survive at any cost, even at the expense of others. Perhaps that's just the law of nature.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Yes, I know. I overheard them talking about that. So... not really a special hint.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a
Real
colleague
scurvy
of
dog.
mine and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane. Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
You know, good for him. Good on him for wanting to help out, though.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
I should never have taken up my farm. Fancy
I'm curious if he
you
has
never-
anything else to say.
Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Without making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can poison even the sanest mind.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against the Wet Boot Boy.
I'm curious about these Wet Boot Boys I keep hearing of.
Have you heard of a...
You're-
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Are either of them sick? He's healthy. Healthy. Oh, right. The stars are the ones that aren't. I do not have the ability to heal bronchitis. Ooh, one moment here. I will be right back in a brief moment. Alright, sorry about that there. Okay, but we are back and at 'em. Alright. That's... Ooh, there's the door.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way. Even my dreams are soaked with...
Hello, little boy. Let me into your house, so I may loot it.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what... Can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
Not right now, but I'm sure when there wasn't a big plague, it might have been a little bit better.
This place is awful, I agree. But does that not mean your situation can only improve?
That's exactly what my father said. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Considering some of the people that I've seen, I don't blame him.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
Poor guy.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Even
Need
my
some fresh air every
dreams
once in a
are soaked
while.
with gloom.
Oh, aren't you a regular old Eeyore? Happens when you close yourself off from the world.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
It's locked. I want to open it. Ooh, professional vampire hunters. If you suspect someone to be a vampire, don't try to kill it yourself. You have no chance. Instead, contact me, or try to inform a professional vampire killer. These men and women are rare, but they know what to do against these evil creatures. It even seems that some of them are working together under the name of the Garda Prewin, a paramilitary organization dedicated to the eradication of the vampires in London. They are your friends. You are not alone. Solutions exist. Be smart. Spread the word. Clarence Crossley. For more information, please contact me directly. For a low fee of $99.99. Ooh, job refusal letter. Dear Mr. Peterson, it is my duty to inform you of our refusal to accept your application for a job at the dockyard. I must thank you for the time spent at our office explaining the difficulty of your situation with your ill boy and the loss of your beloved wife. But it is also my duty to point out the policy of our company which expressly reproves the employment of former criminals or convicts. Your unfortunate connections with the ill-famed Wet Boot Boys have been duly noted. These are hard times, sir, and Finch and Harper intend to reward first the candidates who pass this small inquiry we'd like to induct about our future employees. You have my deepest sympathy, and may God be with you and your family. Sincerely, R.D. Harper. Well, that makes me feel even worse. I mean, this poor guy is actually trying to get out of working for the West
locked, all right.
He is legitimately only being a strong arm man right now because he needs money. He needs an income for his frail, sick boy who's stuck here at home because he's too afraid to go out. Yes, talk to you, talk to you, talk to you. That's gonna be what's his face. Now, before I do that, I don't want to trigger any main storyline right now because I can make a fatigue cure. So I'd like to help out Harry Peterson. I'm just trying to remember how to get back to my special point. so that I may go and craft a tincture for him. This way. Is it that way? Oh my goodness. Right here. Right here. That's it. Right? Oh my goodness. I can never remember where I'm going with these things. Oh, it's high up. That's why.
I cannot enter.
Interesting. Probably because that's supposed to be the way you exit and you cannot go in from there. Fine, I'll go in through the front door like a civilized person. And then we'll go craft that fatigue medicine and we'll pass it off to the poor boy. Let's see, I believe it was upstairs. Ooh. I did not loot this poor corpse that was sitting here. I mean, it did say dead inside. Alright, where's that crafting? Here we are. Treatment for fatigue. I'm half tempted just to carry a bunch of these. Oh, actually, I do have a decent amount. No stuff for that. Go through, carry one of those. One of those. Pneumonia. I think there was one person suffering from that, was there not? Fatigue, no, that's migraine, recovering. Oh, it's bronchitis, sorry. I do not have anything for bronchitis. Wait, I do! Oh, that's exciting. Alright, let's go out. Okay, so we've got fatigue and bronchitis that we can go heal. Or get healing. All this ward is going to be so much better. Oh, it put me on this side again. I keep exiting through the wrong door. As long as I don't sleep, the bad guys won't come back. Not that they were too difficult. Alright, we're in Whitechapel. Person for bronchitis was Darius Sku. Right, I couldn't actually even really talk to him. So I went and made this for nothing, really. Cannot fix your migraine.
This has been proven by many. Even the flu is no.
I'll try knocking on his door again. Who knows, maybe I'll be lucky.
I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir.
I don't want that. Alright, well, whatever, we'll continue along our merry way.
I should never have taken up.
Well, I hope I don't have to.
May I come in?
Sure.
So,
Sure.
apparently, through all this handling of my controller, I just had a sticker and its goop come off into my fingers. Well, that's a little sticky.
So, may I?
I'm not Bob.
All right, let's.
Do you need any
get you this
medical
treatment
help,
for
young man?
fatigue?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
That's what she said.
You'll feel better with this, but you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. Oh, thank you for your concern, sir.
You are indeed. You're playing this with a controller? Is this on console? I'm playing this through Steam on my PC right now. However, it was recommended to me from Politely Disagreeing to use the controller.
Goodbye, young man.
And then,
Take
so I started playing it with the controller, and I do like the controls using a controller. And then afterwards, I was reading on the forums, through Steam forums and other things, that apparently the keyboard and mouse controls are atrocious. They're not that great. You don't get... with a controller, you can actually... I'm sure you've noticed while I've been talking to citizens and various cutscenes that I'm able to move the camera around. Keyboard and mouse is unable to do this. Alright, and then I'm back up this way. Do I want to talk to the priest first? This guy. This guy is a reporter. Let's see what he has to say.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
I'm able to move around. Which is nice, because sometimes when you talk to them, you get weird camera angles like this, and you're stuck the entire time otherwise like that. Like, well, this is lovely. I get to watch the back of their head. So this way I'm at least able to move it. I mean, you don't have complete free reign with the camera. But it's enough to at least be able to see both their faces while talking. Which to me, I like that. So this way it feels a little more personal between them, and the animations of their faces are
Why
so
are the
nice.
newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
Not criminal.
I served in France. Our top priority must be to put an end to this butchery. This war must stop now.
Sir, streets are a battlefield too. An invisible and untold war is going on, and it must be stopped.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
Fair enough. Aha! He's got fatigue as well, and luckily I crafted several of those fatigue heroes.
But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
Rational explanation, no. My arsenal has been recently shaken. A simple epidemic. You know what?
I must confess, some of my rational views have been shaken by recent events.
I'll remember to stay away from the district's roughest streets then.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
How much do I want to tell a reporter? I mean, I don't really want to just say it's confidential because I want him to still be open up about me. But he's all about the lives, people, and their untold stories, apparently. And he's only independent. So he might be willing to talk more if it's...
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Luckily, I'm right by the church.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
That wasn't very smart of him. That clearly gave away that that was the only thing. If he wanted
Goodbye,
to
Mr. Darby. Farewell.
keep up the ruse, he should have just mailed the letter. Probably the guy back there. Let's go. Wait! I have a fatigue thing for you. I forgot.
Good evening,
I'm sorry.
Doctor.
I'm sorry.
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Now that's a lot of people now. On the up and up. You're recovering, you're recovering, you're recovering, you're recovering. That's just 2 people now that I know of, although they've got more serious items. Oh! There was also this. That's not what I was looking for. Another investigation, I thought. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. Retrieve Barrett Lewis's box. Let's track this.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Oh boy.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists
Kill
are
him.
entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Ah, yep.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
That's epidemic by far. I mean, he's not wrong. He's seen all the scalds and stuff, apparently. But little does he know, fire doesn't outright kill them.
What exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
This is the 20th century. That sounds like today's, but it's 2018. And I'm going to shy away from that because that annoys me. That's the reason why we have to do things, because it's 2018.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad. And dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think
well, that
salvation is a
escalated
free
quickly.
gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
I mean, I was just asking him how far it was going to go. I didn't expect my guy to go into this huge tirade.
What do you mean? Oops, quite a... I am. Have you any friends? Any family left?
Do you have any friends? Come on, man.
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I send him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
One of those quirks of the dialogue, your dude knows more than you do right now.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer,
another investigation.
Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Well, looks like I gotta go save someone else.
From the Pembroke Hospital. I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
So, you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Oh. Fun fact, not fearing death does not actually do anything to keep you from being killed. What? You're telling... Oh, shoot. Whoop. No, I hit the wrong button. No.
Do you know...
I don't...
You're telling me that my total conviction that nothing will kill me? That I do not fear this death at all? That's like, whatever, will come when it comes. Won't stop a speeding bullet. Won't stop that train or semi heading right towards me? Nonsense.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
And all these people know so much about her. More fun fact, a steel plate will do an awful lot to stop a bullet.
I have heard enough.
Everybody should have a steel plate installed on their head. Make it tinfoil to help protect against the government's secret mind control rays. Then make sure that you collect your own rainwater to protect you from the fluoride that's also being placed in the water. What other fun things are there?
It's locked, all right.
Up here. What? Usually they allow you to go up somewhere for a reason. This time... whatever. Find the mailbox. There's Petrushku's letter, my dearest, most beloved children. I'm so sorry you have not heard from me for a few months. The situation in London has been difficult. I know it may sound selfish and silly when you, my children, are still living in a country consumed by war, but there's also a war going on here in England. A war against poverty and against injustice. This is a war I intend to fight, despite my advanced years. This is why I am writing you today. I won't be coming back to Romania. That probably means I won't see you again before I die. Don't be sad, my darlings. You are grown up now, and you have children of your own. You know the sacrifice we sometimes must accept to make the world a better place. This is one I must make now, to feel useful one more time. I wish you a long and happy life. Kiss my grandchildren for me, and remember that your father loves you all the way from this cold, damp country. I'm as ever your loving father, Darius Petrescu.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
Ah. Okay, but I want the trinket box. Cemetery. Oh, okay. Ooh, flower bouquet. Ah, with a free medical checkup hidden between the flowers. Okay, if you are sick, if you have no money, whoever you are, guess this was the one that we had read earlier. So she's actually secretly distributes the medical vouchers. Yep.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well. Goodbye then.
I love that you try to force her to talk. I know, it's like, what were you expecting? Well, I guess he was hoping that she would write or do some kind of hand gestures or something. The only thing I can think of. Oh yeah, she's passing up those flowers like mad.
Stupid beast! Back, demon! Back,
Ooh. Hello there. This guy's new to me.
Roll back to the house! Stay back, beast!
Oh! It's a surprise! Ow! That blood. Jeez! Banzas. Oh shit! 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 I'm sorry! I'm so sorry!
Away with you!
This man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news.
That made for an interesting encounter, though. I actually enjoyed that one. And I really love the crucifix effects that they have with that. Like the blinding light that shines forth. I just think they did it really well. Oh, it also drains your blood. Okay, that would explain why it disappeared so quickly. I didn't think I was using that much. We're off to the cemetery, the wonderful... Oh, shit. Let's... Your buddy there's freaking annoying. Aha, not this time. Oh, shit. I spoke too soon. I didn't catch my first fight with him. That's actually my favorite fight in the game so far. How far have you gotten so far? I think you've been playing a little more than I have, since I've been saving it particularly only when I stream. The docks. Let's see. A lot can play it all over the weekend. Are you just that busy? I know I was. It was annoying. Oh, good. Here's the cemetery. Where's that foolish boy?
This is despicable.
Over there. Oh, so he's somewhere in this general area. That's what it's trying to say. Oops. Yeah, such is life. Area. Gotta play catch up on some work over the weekend. I catch up on stuff that I just wasn't getting done over the... Oh, these are just a bunch of rats. Over the course of the actual week. Never fun. Never fun. Especially when you're... Like, you're only 2 days off, and then you gotta go back to the grind. Ugh. I don't know why I keep looking. Thrown off with how empty this place is. Oh, oh. Oh, and you actually worked the weekend. He's got like the whole Naruto run going on there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's what I get for not... Oh, you made me miss my claw with that dodge. Oh, the stamina is so nice. Yeah, do I see the boy anywhere? Another blinker skull. Oh. I wonder if that's him. Oops. Widow in distress. Somebody help me, please. The real question is where? Where are you? Oh! Getting better at dodging these things when I'm actually paying attention, at least. Oops. Oh my. Not respecting the combos. Oh jeez, I thought that one slash was going to finish him off. Ah, that was a lot of unnecessary damage. Alright, I heard some screeching this way.
Somebody help! What do you want? Somebody help! Who are you? What do you want?
Oop, wrong one.
Somebody help!
Fear not, lady, you have been saved. You're not here who I'm here to save, but save nonetheless.
miss?
I don't know. Who were those people? They wanted to kill me. Why?
They've lost their minds in the epidemic. They won't come back for now.
You seem to know a lot about them, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating this disease.
I am Xiaoxun. Thank you so much for helping me, Mr. Reed.
The hat is annoying me. I can't
must
see
go
your
to
eyes.
the cemetery now. Goodbye.
Aren't you in the cemetery?
Carnage. Is Father Whitaker's disciple among the bodies, I wonder? This man's far too old to be Samuel. No. By the look of his clothes, this man's a docker.
Good. And that means it is neither of them.
Samuel isn't here. I had better follow the blood trail.
Here's the blood trail. Oh, there we go. Okay. We will follow said blood trail.
As I feared, Samuel no longer preaches the good word.
Oh, poor Samuel. Didn't have the stamina quite. Yeah. How dare you heal yourself? Only I'm allowed to do that in the middle of a fight. Personal diary, 12th of October. Father Whitaker is so righteous, so full of compassion and love for the suffering ones. His words are all the city needs. Tonight, I gave him all I have, my strength, my faith, my wealth. And if it's not enough, I know where to find more. 17th of October. Father Whitaker and I went to an abandoned house near St. Mary's Church. It was an awful and smelly place. Rats were disputing the rooms to the last remaining residents of the decrepit flats. Most of them are sick. Awful, awful odors. On the last floor, Father Whitaker found an old man lying on a dirty mattress, coughing and spitting blood in a wooden bowl. Father Whitaker knelt before him and prayed for a long time. The man seemed to feel better. Then we both helped him find the light. I cried then, and I cry now as I write these lines, for I've never seen a soul so relieved to be finally redeemed. Father Whitaker is a saint. It's not presumptuous, nor a sinful expression of pride. I wish I'll be able to save as many souls as he does, for it's a real privilege to witness such miracles. 19th of October. Tonight, we both went to the whorehouses boarding the canal. I must admit, I was very afraid to cross the path of Jezebel. But the buildings were abandoned for a long time. Horrors and infections go together, explained Father Whitaker. But their customers quickly get scared when there's mention of disease. In the last brothel, we found 2 sick women sleeping together in a sinful attitude under dirty blankets. The odor was awful once more. The smell of Satan and the diseases, explained Father Whitaker, before kneeling and praying for these 2 lost souls. The women were so frail and sick they were not able to move when I threw the petrol on their blankets. Their souls are now cleansed and purified. 21st of October. Father Whitaker is a saint. I won't let anyone mock the holy man he is. He shall receive more help and support. But, for all the true prophets, he is alone. He needs more from his followers. He needs love, and proof of love. Tomorrow I shall go back to the cemetery and unearth more wealth for him. The dead have no need of the terrestrial goods, but we need to eat, Father Whitaker and I. 27th of October. Tonight, for the first time, it was my turn to lead the round. I chose to return where we went 10 days ago, to see if any more souls need to be freed. Father Whitaker approved my choice, since the good man's work is never finished, and Satan never sleeps, he explained. He also said, if I keep showing so much zeal, he may soon give me more important missions and tasks. I can't wait. 3 more souls have been cleansed from any corruption tonight. If it's not presumptuous nor a sinful expression of pride, I dare to say, we are one. A path to greatest. Interesting wording. So that's why your character really disliked him. Yeah. Oops. God, I thought I hit the right one. I need to report. Oh, I bet what's-her-face could read Braille.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Yeah, it's looking like it's probably a good thing that he's no longer around. That's just somebody who can't breathe well, right? Ooh, trigger portal parts. Hello. Oh, hello! I don't need to make any... Actually, now that I've seen some new people... Now everything's fine.
I cannot enter.
I cannot enter, which is really annoying. I'd rather go out through that side. Oh, hello. Oops, wrong button. next up? Oh gosh, yeah, pretty far away now. Whoops. There was, let's see what other quests. Maybe I can find this along my way back. I don't need to go back into the sewers. Ooh. Actually, maybe I'll just go back the way I came from. Go down? Sadness. Oh, I can't even. Oh, there we go. So it looks like that does make it some quick travel routes. I was hoping for some rats. They're probably bad. Girl. Right, I think I need to sleep for her to go. Ah, there we go.
I have this thirst for blood.
Oh. And voila. Oh, I didn't drop anything. Peace. Shotgun shells. Ah. Okay with that. I'm actually going on the right way to going out, though. There we go. Okay. Success. Run. Doof, doof. Now, if only I could tap into that vampire super speed, just go all the way through town. Get where I need to go really quickly. Or a bat travel power, so I can just fly over all these damn buildings and get to where I want to be. That'd be nice. I guess since I'm right here.
Good evening, Mr. Whitaker.
It's Father Whitaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
I have found Samuel, your disciple. I am afraid I have bad news.
I already expected the worst. He should already have come back. He is dead, isn't he?
Yes, he is now. The epidemic took him.
Samuel steadily made donations to our cause. He would have rewarded you himself if you'd found me in that awful cemetery. Please accept this money.
At least I got something for it.
Why did you send Samuel to the cemetery, Tobias? What did you see there?
I sent him on a vision. A dream of a dreadful and laughing queen covered with blood, sleeping with the dead and feeding on the fear of the dying.
Take that money and give it to a whore just to spite them on
A laughing queen dressed in blood. Tell me more.
This epidemic is her feast, the announcement of her return. Against her, science is no more than a child's toy.
But who is she?
She is the mother of harlots and abomination of the earth. She is Babylon, drunk on the blood of the saints.
Your
That doesn't really
disciple,
tell me anything.
Samuel, stole from the dead in Stonebridge Cemetery. I have proof of his crime and proof of his death.
No! Samuel was the best of us. So devoted, so zealous. He gave all he had for the cause. He tirelessly preached the good word.
So he didn't actually know that.
He defiled the dead with his petty thefts. That's how he financed your misguided crusade.
Think what you will. When this city is saved, he will be praised for his devoted fortitude. He walked boldly into the mouth of abomination.
Your precious Samuel used you. He was an immoral crook.
If that's true, then he will be my burden to bear during this endless night.
Why did you...
I said...
You sent a man to die because of a stupid vision. I have... Good evening, Mr.
It's
There was still more.
Tobias Whitaker, confess why you burnt those people alive.
I have done what no one was ready to do. I will smite the flesh of the unclean to protect the righteous.
You are just another heartless murderer, exploiting the epidemic to kill with impunity.
No! No. The only way to contain the spread is to strike at the source itself. The proliferating sick.
You're not the savior of London. You're just a glorified sadist.
I take no pleasure in this awful cleansing, Dr. Reed. I am only driven by the thousands of innocents I save each night.
What do you...
All's
quite a...
But you...
Well, what do you mean?
The beast is finally...
I have heard it...
No. It was open dialogue just for that. It's okay. And we take a lift. Hello.
A leech! A leech! Shit, that leech is fast!
Oh shit! One of these out in the open? You, fight each other. What are you doing? I'm not even hitting you. Oh, you can resist that? Oh, fuck me. Oop, dodge the wrong way. Ah! Oh. I thought it was a little bit more. I wasn't expecting to see that randomly in the streets of London here. You guys are so fun to fight. Yeah, it's a lot of dodging around as he's... But he's also doing kind of what I like to do, of the either dodging forward just to get closer and attack. Although now that I've got my jumping ability, I like using that a little bit more to save my stamina. Teleport up there. Yes, I can. You know, I keep going to these workbenches to... Ooh, hello. Used hatchet. Nice. One of these workbenches to upgrade, I mean, to make medicines. I keep forgetting to actually look at upgrading my weapon. I've got a lot of pieces. Way down, but I saw something over this way. Oh shit, there's another one! Ha ha ha! Trying to ambush me when I drop down. I'll show him. Yeah. Ah, there's a couple of ways to go. There we go. Hello.
This could be the box Lewis thought he lost. Huh. There's a letter inside.
What is there now? Junk. I've got so much junk. Breakdown. Barrett, there's no easy way to say it, so I'm going to be blunt. We can't keep on like this. At least I can't keep on like this. If Joe ever finds out about us, about his wife and his best friend, it will crush him. And then he will kill you. We had some good time together, but let's face it, I'm never going to be your Jane Lewis. You know it, and I know it too. So I'm ending this right here and right now. If you agree with my decision, I'm sure we will part away to be happy again. We'll find a way to be happy again. You, Joe, and me in time. And then the most important part of our story will have been preserved. Until that day, I wish you would forgive me. Goodbye for now. Jane Peterson. Yeah, that's kind of... I figured so. That was the case.
A love letter from Joe Peterson's wife, addressed to Barrett Lewis. Who should I give it to, I wonder?
I like the glee in his voice there. Ooh, who should I give it to, I wonder? You know, I think I'm going to give it to Joe. It's only fair that he knows his wife was seeing that Peterson fellow. But then again, considering he's apparently being extra hard on Peterson, I think he already knows. But lacked proof to act upon it.
You again? What do you want this time?
I think the documents in this box could be of some interest to you.
Really? Where'd you get it?
I found it in an abandoned building nearby. I thought you might want to keep these letters.
Let me see. Ah, letters about my boy. Thank you, sir.
You do not appear surprised or pained by this.
Surprised about what? Harry's my son, I'm his father, and that's all there is to know, don't you think?
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Here's a little something for your trouble. And to remind you to keep your mouth shut about all this.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. And people won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak. And there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Huh, that's really good, Dad. Yeah, and like I said, he didn't... Like, I was like, oh, you don't seem surprised by this at all. Because, yeah, I think he knew. Just the fact that that's why he's picking on him a lot more and other things as well. It's especially because the other guy stopped coming around as soon as she died. It's, yeah, there's a lot of stuff there. Yeah, the fact that he's sticking by his boy. Good man. And everything that I'm seeing about this guy so far,
Harry
he doesn't want to be in the
happy
gang.
living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Is he going to go have words?
Joe, please, I don't have your money.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Fancy buying something?
You never... What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile. Not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
But despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Barrett, you had an affair with Joe's wife, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. She's the only woman I loved. My first regret is that she stayed with Joe after Harry was born. The second is I never shed a tear when she died.
Did you ever try talking to Joe?
Never. But I suspected he knew everything, even without knowing it. And he decided to make me pay in his own way.
Do you mean
you're Harry's father.
No one will ever know for sure. And it's better that way. And I don't believe I'd have been all that bad as a dad.
I was under the impression the boy was already
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
around when they came here, and then they hooked up after, but if that's... Huh. Well, he may not have been half the dad as Joe.
Good
He
evening,
does have a job, but
May
yeah.
I come in?
Sure.
Let's see if Harry has anything to say about all this.
Dreams are soaked with glue.
So,
I'm not bothered.
do you remember when Barrett Lewis was close to your family? To your mother?
Not really. I was too young. But I remember it was a happier time. Mr. Lewis was funny. He often had dinner with us.
Why are you sad then?
Because it hurts to remember a time when my father used to laugh and smile. It hurts to realise he's as sad as me now.
How was he towards you?
He was nice, I guess. He never forgot my birthday. He always offered me books. I liked books.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities. But I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
That could mesmerize him.
Goodbye, young.
He should turn into a vampire. I know, I was just
Take
sitting
care
there
of
like... But no, no.
Even
I shall
my
not
dreams
embrace a single
are
citizen this playthrough. But oh, if it isn't trying. Alright, so I'm missing the poet. One other person. Oh, sorry, 2 other people. Can I go inside the church? No. Will all 3 be behind the church, huddled together around a campfire? Or screeching off in the distance? Oh shit! Those 2 materialized out of nowhere. Whoops. See, I am interested in the whole turning into people into vampires part. Just because, whoop, in terms of how it would affect their reactions and how we get along with each other. As long as it doesn't kill them. Like, I want to try out the embracing thing, just to see if it kills civilians, or if I turn them into vampires, or how the whole thing works, but I'm afraid that as soon as I do it, it's going to save. Maybe I should look up a YouTube video or something. Oh, you actually eat them. Alright then. Oh, you actually ate cocks.
Oh,
I see.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you, for a start, my dear Doctor.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
I don't know, man. I've had 3 wolves walk away. I know it's like there's a bunch of snarling. I'm hearing screeches around the place. I mean, that's how I'm finding a lot of these skags or whatevers.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the arid hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox, the stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Excellent. More hints. Ah, that's all of them.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious Camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
That's all of those.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
I'm getting more about that guy, at least. Or when I go back to him. Oh, he's got the cold.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Press to evolve. Ha 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 ha. No. Strong enough to run straight through a tombstone. How to shatter so easy. Oh. Fine. I will go back that way then. Oh, yep, so I have to be running in order to go through it, though. Ooh, editor. Refusal letter. Sycophant Publishing Limited, Lavender Court, Camden Street, London. Dear Mr. Nithacote, thank you for sending your book of poems, Songs from the Defeated City, which we found is interesting and profound, as we told you the first time we received it. Alas, in the terrible times our country is currently facing, you must understand that such a title would be totally inappropriate for any publication. Thus, since you still refuse to change your title, and demand the full publication or none of your work, I'm sorry to announce that Sycophant Publishing chose the second option. With kindest regards, A.G. Morrison. Poor man. Richard has never succeeded in poetry.
Good evening, Mr. Nithacote.
And good evening.
You don't really make a living from your scribblings, do you, Richard?
No, sir, I don't. I work so hard. I put all my time, my energy, my devotion into the precise carving of words.
Still, you don't seem to suffer from poverty.
With thanks to my parents, actually. I'm afraid I would not be able to live on my own without their help.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day, I'll remain the failure of a son they have to support.
Alright, well that's him fully done.
I'll leave you alone.
Yay, unlocked. Don't have to go roundabout ways. You! Come on.
Hello again.
What is... How do you feel?
Tell me
about
about Richard Nithacote. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. Very well. Goodbye then.
You're mute. You must talk to me. You must. I keep finding out more, and I must know more. Talk to me. If I compel you enough, I'm sure of it. I'm sure you will finally break that silence. You will learn to talk.
All right.
You're losing in the car. We're going on an adventure. Oh shit, Rochi. How's it going? You're so far we're trying to get a deaf mute or a mute person to talk to us. Apparently verbally. Over and over again. We keep pestering them. Hey man, hey girl, come on, come talk to us. Come talk to us. and then she keeps not talking to us. I'm not sure why. Solo raid! Hey, the solo Rochi Mart raids are great. I always appreciate them. Thank you. See, and look, everybody loves it when you stop by. You don't love us anymore. You see, that's why I gotta keep up the streams. I was feeling a little tired today. I was sitting there going, oh man, I don't know if I want to stream, and this was about 6 p.m. And then I was sitting thinking, well, it's a little late notice. Well, I'll go make myself a little bit of coffee or something, and we'll do it. We'll go for it. So here I am. Tired, but still here. Having fun anyways. Can't post a raid. Oh, yeah, there's someone back here. There is that rule for it, and I suppose that is true. Although, pro tip... No, I shouldn't say anything. I don't want to get into trouble myself. And some people show up in chat, and you get a burst of energy. It's true. It's true. It's always nice when you're streaming for a little while. And then I try to talk as I'm gaming and stuff, but you know, sometimes it gets tiring. There's only so much you can talk to yourself about. What's that about trouble? Tell us everything. Oh, hello. Wait.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Oh, I already talked to this person.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Oh, did I? Yes, okay, I did. And Green, I'm going to be talking to him. So to Richard Nethercock. Running all the way around. We're going to get to him. We're going to give him that stuff. Everybody will be recovering. Then when I finally do rest, I'm going to get all these messages popping up that everybody's all better.
Good evening,
and this will no longer be a serious...
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
I'll leave
I like how I have to mesmerize him to take the medicine. Take it. Ha! A coworker said I should just stick my fucking sticker dead nuts on the front of my hard hat. Because that's your attitude about 90% of everything at work. Oh yeah, I like it. I mean, it's a good attitude to have for many a thing, usually. Sweating the small details, it wastes too much energy. I probably shouldn't fuck things at work. I suppose that could be one thing with the fucking sticker. Hey, we were trying to talk to Brian the other night, give him details about work, not putting dicks in deep fryers and so on. Let's keep it that way. We don't want to give him any fresh and impressionable ideas.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Oh, so you can mesmerize him.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Ah. And the rule of work is don't stick your hands where you wouldn't stick your dick. Well, the problem with that, though, is apparently there's some places that your hands... that you would like to put them, that you could... Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I bet I'm going to make him regret this. As I take all his shillings, all his stuff right in front of him. What's he going to do? Tell me to stop? It's too late, I'm in his house. Taking all his medical supplies. An antique figure of the Rukatakubarus.
It's locked.
It's all these locked safes. I want to know how to open them. I get vampire strength at some point or a skeleton master key.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane?
Like myself and many people in this area. Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
And who locks a safe? Well, at least you know the name of the guy you just robbed. I'm actually more amazed about the amount of safes everywhere in this poor area of town. Like, who can afford these things?
Did you refuse to publish Richard Nethercott's previous works, Darius?
Yes, his manuscript is as pompous as he is starched. Now there's a man who loves the sound of his own voice.
You could have told him so.
As a great writer recently said, politeness is the most acceptable hypocrisy.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mint florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Oh, how does she volunteer that?
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Not because of the pamphlets.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Guess whose really doesn't work?
Tell me everything.
I do.
Okay, why is it saying I have more speech options?
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
Sorry, buddy, Viagra won't be invented for another 150 or so years. I'd say just tape it to a stick, but it hasn't been invented yet either. Well, you never know. They got all kinds of interesting herbs and what have you.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius.
Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
But it's not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
Dun dun dun. Foreshadowing.
Tell me
bothering me.
Not...
Maybe I'll get something later.
Do you need some help, Mr. Petrescu?
I am very
18
tired,
or so, we have to
but
wait.
that is
Only
all.
80
I
years,
don't
not
need
150.
you,
It's all
Doctor.
good.
Well, I think you do. Take this, and you'll feel better.
Free drugs from an English doctor. It must be my lucky day.
All about handing out the free
Goodbye,
drugs to
Mr.
everyone. There you go, Rochi. Sure, I may have robbed him blind around here, but I gave him some free drugs. That was probably worth more than the little bit of shillings that I took. And the various other supplies. And, yeah. Go, unlock that gate. The dispensary, that's fine. I want to check out the rest of this place first. Ooh, especially if I can unlock another gate. There we go. Now I can enter from either way. Don't mind me just ransacking this place where you freely heal people. Don't mind me at all. Do 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 do. I swear I'm a good person. But being a good person, it's so hard sometimes. You need a little something to keep you going. Probably fine with it. You took all his property but gave him free medical care. That's basically what he wants for everyone. Exactly. See, I was just following his wishes and what he's trying to...
Can you hear my voice?
Uh-oh. Sounds to me like somebody's not doing so hot. I hear some thumping. Ooh, letter to Nurse Crane. London, 31st October. My dear Dorothea, when you read this letter, I will be on the boat that will take Anton and me back to Brasov. England was not for us, and I confess I cannot wait to see again the proud hills of Transylvania. As soon as we are there, I promise I'll light a candle in the Black Church and pray for you to survive this terrible epidemic. I know that you do not agree with this decision, and that you are determined to be more useful by helping our comrades exiled in the East End. But Anton cannot wait to return to our beloved country and see our long-awaited revolution bloom. He is my husband. I will stay by his side. I know we had our arguments and our fights. I know you would have wanted me to stand by your side and help you manage this clinic of yours, but now that I'm leaving England, be assured that if anything would happen to you, if you ever were in great trouble or danger, I would come back immediately to London, with or without Anton. Please think of me as much as I think of you. I'm your affectionate sister, Theodora. If he is just some kind of fucked up Robin Hood stealing from the rich and giving them the cure. I agree. You know, medicine at least, I mean, despite them giving away opiates and all kinds of random stuff randomly. You need help? Let me finish looting you first here.
What do we have?
Oh no, there's something on the
Patient who has
table.
Van Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor.
Gotta do it now. No time for anesthetics.
But he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor.
I gave her a chance.
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
Oh, shit.
I can't see.
Too much blood. Oh shit, she sees the teeth.
I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along?
Oh. I fucked it up because they don't have that then. Shit. That's the fastest fucking sewing person ever. I know, it was like... Done.
He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
You just want to fluff your pillows. Hey, guitar! I wonder if I could have saved him. Ah.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
Vein blood sample. I mean, it's probably a case because I need specific blood samples in order to. Well, but if he lived, I still could have done that.
I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
Man, everybody wants me to bite these people.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs. and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
Yeah, huh. He's gone through some shit too, girl.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
I look away, but you resign. Charm, you will forget all about this. I like the charm option.
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
Just watch, I've made her a vegetable. Interview with the vampire. Mesmerize level. New citizens available to kill. This district will soon suffer the consequences of your actions. Uh-oh.
It's locked, all right.
What does that mean? What did I do? Oh, I guess with Spare, what would have happened, she would have left Pembroke but still stayed over here.
It's locked. It's locked.
And now that I've told her just to get out altogether... Oh shit.
He's mine!
What are they doing here? There's no vampires. The hell? You just MIB flashed away the last 20 years, damn it. Yeah, I'm alright. It's like, whoops. A little bit too far.
Steady!
Oh, I thought that was a gun shiny. Getting that experience. Oh, yeah. That'd be going back into what's-his-face's house. Did he let them in? Did they kill the poor guy? After I stole all of his possessions?
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Doctor.
No, he's still alive. We're fine. We're fine.
Maybe it's time to see if this Christina is still working here.
I'm still missing 2 people. I mean, this might have been one of the guys that died.
Not a
people are talking about this colossus. Perhaps I should look into it.
Oh, right. I wanted to actually go talk to the flower lady because I'm sure there'll be one last thing for me to try to get her to talk to me with. Wrong way. Off to bed. Alright, see you later, Orochi. Thanks again for stopping by. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Perhaps someday we'll be graced with a Kismet stream again. Oh. Hello.
Don't be shy, handsome.
Ooh.
What can Christina do for you?
Orochi, you're leaving
I'm not
a
looking
good
for
part.
what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The
Too
war,
well-spoken for a woman in her
exile,
life.
and
The
England.
Russian spy.
This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
It's funny because she'll have that Russian accent, and then at times while she's talking, she loses it.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Yeah, after
Goodbye,
all, I was made a vampire against my will.
Take care of yourself as best you can.
Alright, well, that now just leaves one last person. Don't know where he is. Unless that was the dead guy. Oh, Flower Lady's not here. Ooh, trash can. Flowers, flowers, where would she be?
Imprisoned by your daily routine.
Aha! I think that's her over. No, wait. Nope. Is this dude?
Who distribute flowers at this hour? Perhaps I should leave it to you.
No match for the Swanborough cordial.
Yes, I got stuffed. Go, yes, that's the way I like to go. Perfect, here it is. Ah, safe house. I want to see what's in that blood vial. Because it unlocks additional recipes for me. New tinctures, as it were. Workbench. Oh, it just gave me a stamina serum. Disappointing. Oh wow, I've got a lot of stuff. Alright, let's get this. Treatment for sepsis. This is using a lot of these things. Right! I have to remember to do this! Aha! Okay, Dragobane. Can I upgrade to level 3? I can. Oh yeah. Get some more of that damage. Beauty. Decrease stamina consumption or absorb blood points. We'll absorb some blood points. Not enough to get upgrade to that. Now, I am currently using steak, I believe. The pre-win steak, yes. Upgrade that. I have 3 stun points. Beautiful. There we go. So now it's going to be even better. And we'll recycle all this junk. Oh yeah, get all that stuff. There we go. Now we've got a whole bunch of stuff. Ammonia. We'll get one of everything. This way, whoever I come across, I'll have all that I need. I could sleep, spend this experience. I won't. And it just did a autosave, so I think that's good. Report to Lady Ashbury. Yeah, this way would be closer. See, I'm loath to actually sleep because that's what makes the district's stuff continue. And I don't really need it, so, yeah. Alright, however, it is getting late, so I'm going to be ending my stream here. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. And I hope you have yourselves a wonderful evening. We'll catch you next time.